Morning. Uh, I look absolutely terrible today. I, not sleeping the best again. Having to do an annoying dental appointment, but I was happy to be able to finally go to the dentist again. Having to go to a stupid meeting to listen to some failed individuals rant and their modern HR mannerisms. Oh, I hate it. It's absolutely obnoxious. Oh, I really, really, really hate listening to that. Trying out a new cafe today. Never had this one before. Ceres de Oro. It's an anaerobic. Let's give it a try. I saw it shopping because I did the shopping yesterday as well. Got lots of stuff that's got to be portioned out and cooked and all that good stuff. I'll be very busy today. But, oh well. It's, and of course, then I've also got to make sure that my stream stuff is ready. Because I have my tabletop game this Saturday. I'm going to be doing some Fallout New Orleans. It'll be fun. I have a simple little story written up for everything. I think it'll be some enjoyable tabletop time. I haven't had any tabletop time in a while. And, it'll be good to do that. So, I'll enjoy it, I think. Maybe I won't, who knows? Maybe it'll be miserable and I'll be like, alright, well, I'm done with this. Who knows? I can't say for sure, but I will try my best to enjoy myself. Oh, wow. Yeah, I noticed this morning when I woke up how puffy my face was again. But my face has been puffy all yesterday after I got done with the dentist. Had a root canal, so that's a lot of fun. They did a decent job, but yeah. Did have to put in a permanent filling because getting the crown is going to take months. So, got a long wait to get to having my crown. Now I was ripping up the filter, by the way, for the compost, if you're curious. I love my compost. I love making it, and I love having it in the garden. It's more input that I have in the development of these fruits and vegetables and herbs that I consume. And whenever you consume them, you've had so much involvement in their creation from seed. It's a very satisfying feeling. I brewed this one. It smelled like it might be strong. So I brewed them lower temp, slightly lower temp, did 201. Had a slightly higher grind, a larger grind. Let's see how this recipe comes out. Yeah. Very, very heavy. Very heavy. Yeah. Not crazy about that flavor. Drinkable. Not great. Oh well. I'm grabbing my tea. Oh, things are what they are. I'm not gonna complain that much about it. But I don't know. You gotta deal with things. Making tea for other persons and for myself. Ugh. Didn't have time to set up in the morning like I normally have everything set up because useless meeting of Nimrods taking forever and me having to sit there and enjoy that. You know, got home very late because of it. Because they have zero respect for people who don't live unhealthy schedules like they do. Some of us actually like to live a healthy schedule and go to sleep at the same time every night. Wake up at the same time every day. But oh well. This will be one that just kind of sits around, I think. Be more for people who would come over. People who drink their cafe with a bunch of cream or milk or sugar. Not like me. I don't do those things. So me, I have other stuff that I enjoy. Now, I definitely prefer to have a delicious black cafe. It is, I'm just not interested in having a creamy mix of stuff. That's just not my thing. I'll have my black cafe. Always. Because I feel like if you don't enjoy it enough to actually enjoy the flavor of the thing in question, why would you want to drink it at all? You know? Like, I don't add cream to my tea either, or honey. I love these things. Now, there are stuff that I do add condiments to, of course. I don't have a hatred for condiments. It's just, if I'm not willing to eat it without such, then I don't think it's worth eating. If it absolutely needs something more, then I say, well, I would rather just have things that I enjoy. Why would I have things that are just there to fill in space? I really don't like that. Makes sense to do it in your restaurants and stuff like that. Save money, or if you need to save money and it's like, yes, I'm gonna have this thing because then I can make this go farther. I was like, oh, okay. Makes sense. I get it. But if you have the funds that you need and you have the opportunity to have a dish, just have that thing. I don't know. like that's very odd. Very, very odd. Odd to consume things that you don't really like. It's kind of like the term acquired taste. Whenever somebody says that they have, oh, well, that's an acquired taste. Well, that means you have to acquire it. So you're going to consume something repeatedly that you dislike, so that you can eventually get your brain to be okay with it. That would be acquiring the taste. And you're saying that this thing is the thing that requires that you acquire it. Nobody has it. Well, I don't care to acquire it. Like, why would I want to make myself like something? Like the only circumstance that I can see that being practical, once again, is like, let's say a person grows up poor and have easy access to this thing, but this thing is not that great and it's more of an acquired taste, and so they had to acquire it over time because they couldn't afford other things. Like, okay, well, that makes sense. But that's not usually what is the case. People speak about acquiring a taste for certain things as if it's like a point of pride. Like, it's just weird. I'm not going to force myself into being okay with something. I just eat what I like to eat. Work with what is a healthy thing that I actually enjoy already, and there's plenty of those things. So the idea of acquiring something, or forcing myself to acquire it, at least, I didn't think that I was gonna like the 100% cacao wafers. I thought, well, it's a 100%. Oh, that's gonna be terrible. Turns out that I do like it. Now, you go get me some 80% baking chocolate. Chocolate bars from the baking aisle for baking chocolate. No, it's not good to eat by itself. But these particular 100% cacao wafers, they're coming from somewhere better. I'm not 100% sure why, but they taste better. They're actually good. I don't 100% understand why this is. I need to look into that. I would like to understand what is it that they do differently. Something about the way where they're grown, or the way they're grown, or harvested, or I have no idea. But it's different. But well, I've been doing my rambling and stuff. I don't really have that much going on. Got all these bloody things. Yeah, that needs to be put in with the other vitamins. Gotta organize all the fruits. Get things semi put away. Because honestly, I don't like having a bunch of stuff in plastic. I don't ever leave things in plastic. I wouldn't have left it in as even overnight from me purchasing it normally. But I unfortunately did not have time to do anything because I get back from the dentist, did my shopping, and actually I hadn't finished my shopping at that point. I still had more I had to do because I go to multiple locations. Because I buy a lot of things that are considered more premium products, like my tenderloin, got my elk, but I got rabbit, and so I do try to be reasonable and responsible and find who's got what deals on what things when. So I end up going to 3 different shops, so to make sure that I'm not overspending. Because why spend more when I don't have to? But yeah, it's what it is. I of course just like having things of a particular styling, I guess, as well. I like my overpriced stuff. I know people make fun of me about it all the time, telling me how I'm probably getting ripped off here or there and stuff like that. But I always buy organic, and to me, and I try to buy stuff that is as healthy as I can from a location that I know I can trust. I try to do regenerative farmed things only. I'm telling you, I notice a difference. And food, to me, is a big deal. Like, food is a huge deal to me. It's something that I have a passion for. I love cooking. I love coming up with recipes. I love making food for others. So, it is, it's not frivolous to me to spend time on food specifically, and spend a great deal of effort being involved with it. So for me, it's a pleasant activity, but not for everybody. Apparently, a lot of people find it utterly mind-rottingly boring. Which is how I was able to actually, make some money doing meal prep for people. Because people are willing to pay money for it rather than just do it themselves, even though it's incredibly simple. To each their own, I guess. But anyway, well, I can just ramble on forever. I don't ever have a problem. I don't ever have to shut up. So I will wish you adieu and say that I think you should have a good one. But I'm never going to tell you what to do. So if you want to have a bad one, you go right ahead. So yeah.